The crowd in Indianapolis didn't just witness a game on Saturday, they witnessed a moment. A moment that may be talked about for the rest of the WNBA season. Caitlin Clark, fresh off a 5-game absence, returned not with hesitation, not with caution, but with fire. She dropped 7 3-pointers, torched the Nets for a season-high 32 points, and put the Indiana Fever right back on the map with a powerful 102-88 victory over the New York Liberty. This wasn't just a regular season matchup. This was the defending WNBA champions, unbeaten at 9-0, marching into Gainbridge Fieldhouse expecting business as usual. But Clark had other plans. She came in like a storm, lighting up the floor and shaking the league out of its rhythm. From the very beginning, the Liberty looked strong. They jumped out to a commanding 17-6 lead, moving the ball with pace and punishing Indiana early. But then Clark took over, and everything changed. With just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter, Caitlin Clark flipped the switch. First, a 3-point play. Then, back-to-back-to-back deep threes. We're not talking just beyond the arc, we're talking 33, 27, and 31 feet. In 38 seconds, she single-handedly erased the Liberty's advantage and tied it at 24. The crowd erupted. It felt like a playoff game. The bench couldn't contain themselves. The Liberty had no answer. From that moment on, it was clear, Caitlin Clark wasn't easing her way back. She was taking the wheel. By halftime, the Fever had turned things around, leading 53-50. But the Liberty came out of the break swinging. A 9-0 run gave them a 7-point lead. And again, it looked like New York would settle the tempo. Wrong again. Indiana responded with a 19-0 run of their own. It was one of the most dominant stretches of basketball they've played all season. Suddenly, the Fever were up 80-71 heading into the fourth. Momentum was on their side. Energy was peaking. And Caitlin Clark, she was in total control. Even when the Liberty made another push late in the game, cutting the deficit to 85-82 on Sabrina Ionescu's free throws with 6 minutes left, the Fever didn't blink. They launched another barrage, a 14-2 run that sealed the deal. Kelsey Mitchell added 22 points, slicing through the defense and knocking down big shots when it mattered. Lexi Hull stepped up with 14, playing with grit and confidence. Aliyah Boston put together a strong double-double, tallying 10 points and 11 rebounds. But make no mistake, this was Caitlin Clark's night. She didn't just hit shots. She orchestrated. She found open teammates. She crashed the boards. She moved like she hadn't missed a single game. 9 assists, 8 rebounds, and a shooting clinic from deep, all while setting a franchise record as the Fever hit 17 three-pointers on 48.6% shooting from beyond the arc. Clark now has 3 career games with at least 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. And she's only in her second season. Let that sink in. Sabrina Ionescu was electric as well, dropping a season-high 34 points on 11 of 20 shooting. Breanna Stewart was her usual dominant self with 24 points. But the Liberty's top-tier duo wasn't enough. Because Saturday was about Caitlin. This win mattered for more than just standings. The Fever moved to 5-5 on the season and became the first team to crack triple digits in scoring. But more importantly, they showed what they look like when Clark is healthy. When she's free, when she's leading, she plays with a swagger that elevates everyone around her. You can see it in the passing lanes. You can feel it in the crowd. You can hear it in the bench reactions. There's belief. There's confidence. There's fire. And Clark, she's the spark. You couldn't write a better return script. A player. Coming off injury. A packed arena. A battle with the last undefeated team. The defending champs. And then, boom. A performance for the ages. It's not just the shots from way downtown. It's the way she controls the game's rhythm. It's the way she senses the moment. It's how she knows when to shoot, when to dish, when to push, when to lead. You can't teach that. That's instinct. That's star power. The Fever knew they needed this win. The city needed it. And Clark delivered. As the final buzzer sounded and the scoreboard showed 102-88, it was clear. The streak was over. The Liberty were no longer unbeaten. And the WNBA had been put on notice. Caitlin Clark is back, and she's better than ever. She smiled as she left the court. She embraced teammates. She waved to the fans. Her presence was electric. Her impact was undeniable. Fans who showed up just to catch a glimpse left with memories of a masterpiece. For those who doubted, who wondered if the injury would slow her, Saturday was their answer. She's healthy, she's hungry, and she's here to take over. This wasn't just a bounce back. It was a warning shot to the entire league. Indiana Fever are dangerous again. And Caitlin Clark is the reason why. From the logo threes to the momentum-shifting assists, from the fearless drives to the full-court energy, it was a complete performance. And now, as the Fever look ahead, they do so with a renewed spirit. They have their leader back. They have momentum. They have belief. And the rest of the league, they better start preparing. Because when Caitlin Clark is locked in like this, she's unstoppable. And Saturday night in Indianapolis was just the beginning.